Hello, my name is John, and today I wanted to talk to you about my hand technique because I have a few instructional videos on Facebook on the Beatty method that talk about linear fills and stuff like that I do, and people want me to get more in depth with it. But in order to do this, I need to talk about my hand technique a little bit more first. The first thing I want to talk about is how I hold my stick. If you're standing up and have your hand to your side in a relaxed way, just try to sneak a drumstick in there. That's pretty much how I hold my stick. Also, I have a drum pad here, and I'm going to show you exactly how I got started and how I'm comfortable playing a double stroke roll, because I use this technique a lot when I'm using linear fills. So one of the first things I did to get used to rolling and doing this technique is I would start with buzz rolls. I would just keep my sticks really close to the pad, as close as I could, and just push with my fingers, trying to use more of my wrists, more of my fingers. And over time you notice the harder you push, the more volume you get, and playing different places in the pad sound a little different, and you'll realize it's just nice bouncing. This is also a good way to get used to it. Just completely letting go of the stick and have it bouncing like a bouncy ball or a basketball. And whenever I play, I have my hands just, my palms flat. It's real simple. And I do the same thing. Just get that bounce, nice little flutter. You'll notice the harder you hit, the more bounce you'll get. To just start with those little buzz rolls, and over time, as you pick up off the pad, it'll start to make more sense. To get a double stroke roll, you do the same thing, just hitting twice. Speed it up. Speed it up until it sounds like a nice drum roll. And again, if you start it faster, slow it down. I'll show you on slow-mo that even whenever I'm playing at this speed, that it's still 2 hits every time. And you can add accents, of course, and come up with all sorts of different like grooves. Not rolling, rolling, not rolling, rolling. And you can mess around with it a lot. You can be like not rolling, rolling, not rolling, rolling, not rolling, rolling, not rolling, rolling, not rolling, not rolling, not rolling, not rolling, not rolling, and really mess with it. It's a lot of fun to do, and I use this technique in a lot of linear fills that I do. Another technique that's kind of a quad, more than a triplet, is I do a triple stroke roll with my left hand, and I follow it up with a right hand hit. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But I let the stick just fall. This can give you a lot of cool dynamics with your triplets or quads around the drum set. So you can be like, gives you a totally different feel. You can just do a lot of cool different things with it, and it's a lot of fun. And a lot of people do double stroke rolls in different ways. This is just the way I found it worked for me when I first started drumming, and it's a technique that I use a lot because I'm using gravity to my advantage. It's just nice and easy, because in reality, whenever I'm playing really fast, if I'm using gravity to my advantage and I'm rolling, if I'm playing like this, if I'm going, in reality, I'm only going this fast. And then when I start rolling, it sounds like So it's a really good technique that doesn't exhaust a lot of energy, that gravity just kind of takes over, and you can just have a lot of fun with and use it to your own playing style, to your own advantage. And not a whole lot else to explain on this one. It's really just getting used to that bounce, getting used to that feel. Another thing I wanted to add is these aren't the sticks I normally use. These are really thick. I like to use thicker drumsticks whenever I'm playing on a practice pad. Just more weight just helps gravity pull it down more. And little heads on here too. But bigger sticks are really useful for developing finger technique for a lot of blast beats and a lot of metal music that's played. But this is just a technique that helped me whenever I first started learning how to roll and learning how to play the drums. So just keep this in mind whenever I'm going over the next video I'll be putting out about linear fills, about my hand technique that I use. It's not a whole lot to it. It might seem a little difficult for those who might just be starting out, but it's really fun and easy to pick up even if you're just starting out. Just getting used to that bounce. Little buzz rolls. As you get comfortable with those, pick your hands up a little more. Practicing 2 hits with each hand. Speed it up a little. Almost like a nice gallop. And then just keep getting faster with it. And again, when I'm playing at these speeds, all double strokes.